Hi, hello students. Welcome to Thermodynamics problem session 2. This session we will discuss about the problems from 11 to 12, 11 to 20 on work done as well as first law of thermodynamics. Let us see the first one. That is a simple electric device raises a column of liquid of radius 7 millimeters through 50 centimeters. Calculate the work done by the system, and the density of the liquid is 1.1 grams per centimeter cube. So here work done we have to calculate. So the work done here by the system formula is W is equals to mgh, and to substitute the values here, m mass will come by the product of volume and density. So volume into density will be mass. So using this we will find the mass. G is a constant value, that is 980 centimeter per second square, and h is the half of the L value here, length given, column length given in the question. This volume of this one liquid radius is pi r square L formula, and we will substitute pi r square L into density D. D is the symbol we will use. Pi value we know 22 by 7. Radius is 7 millimeters is there. So that is in centimeters it will be 0.7 whole square into L value given in the problem, that is 50 centimeters, into density given is 1.1. Upon simplification you will be getting mass 43.2 grams. Okay. Here the center of the mass of the column lies half of its length. That's why when they are asking about h will become L by 2. L is 50 by 2 is 25 centimeters. And moreover Z value, constant value, that is 980 centimeter per second square. So these things we will substitute in this formula. We will get W is equals to the mass value 43.2 and Z value 980, H value 25. This answer will be in joules, centimeter square per second square. Gram centimeter square per second square will come. That gram centimeter square per second is nothing but erg, and its simplification answer you will get 1058400. If you convert this erg into joule, then you have to divide this value got with 10 power 7. So it will be 1058400 by 10 power 7 joules. So upon simplification you will get an answer, that is 1.0584 into 10 power minus 1 joules. This is the answer for this question. Next question we'll see, that is a system consisting of a gas is fitted with a frictionless and weightless piston. When it absorbs 500 joules of heat from its surroundings. The gas expands against a constant pressure of 1 atmosphere from 3 liters to 4.5 liters. 4.5 liters assume. Calculate the change in the internal energy of the system. Example from the problem, they are given pressure value is 1 atmosphere, it is very clear. And the change in the volume, that is delta V, is nothing but 4.5 minus 3 is 1.5 liters. If you wish to find the volume, the work done, work done is equals to minus P delta V. In this, if you substitute, it will be minus 1.5 liter atmospheres. Converting the liter atmospheres value into joules, multiplying this 1.5 with 101.3 joules, you will get around 151.9 joules. An approximate answer this is. Okay. After this, what you will do is, try to find out what is the internal energy change of the system. To find the internal energy of the change of the system, you should know what is the amount of energy which is absorbed here, that is Q value 400 joules. So, from the first law of thermodynamics, we know internal energy change delta U is equals to Q plus W. And here work done by the system, this is minus 151.89 came, 9 joules came. So that if you substitute in this one, 400 minus 151.9, you will get around 348.1 joules. This 341.8 joules is the answer for this question. They calculate the internal energy change of the system. Next question. In order to evaporate 1.578 grams of water, 1 ampere current from 6 volt supply was passed for 10 minutes. So here voltage is there, time is there, and pressure value which is given to us. Then what will be the enthalpy change? First they are asking us to find the delta H. Next they are asking us to find the molar internal energy change at a boiling point, 100 degrees Celsius. So let us see work done by heater here is how much? Work done formula W is equals to C into V into T, where C is the current in amperes, that is 1 ampere into voltage, that is 6 voltage is there, time 10 minutes is there, that you have to convert into seconds, 600 seconds. So it is 3600 joules will come, and that is nothing but delta H. Coming to the point here, number of moles of water you can calculate from the mass given in the question, that is 1.578, and that will be divided with its molar mass. We will be getting an answer of 0.0877 moles you will get. So number of moles of water we got. From that, we can find what is the molar enthalpy of vaporization. So here what is molar enthalpy of vaporization is nothing but the enthalpy value divided by number of moles of water. Enthalpy value we got is 3600 joules. Divided by number of moles of water is nothing but 0.0877. Upon simplification, you will get 41,049 joules, and that can be converted into joule. This is joules per mole will come. Kilojoules, it will be 4.41 point. It will be 41.0. Just a minute. Yeah. It will be 41.049 kilojoules per mole will come is the molar internal energy change at the boiling point. Molar enthalpy change. Molar enthalpy change. But what they have asked is molar internal energy change. Do remember, molar internal energy change can be calculated in another way, that is using the expression delta U is equals to delta H minus RT formula for water, as delta N is minus 1 in this, delta N is 1 in this question, and that if you substitute the 41.049 as well as the other values, R value is 8.314 into temperature 373 Kelvin. This will be divided with 1000 to get the answer in kilojoules. So that we will get 41.049 minus this simplification answer, you will get 3.1, and finally that division, that subtraction answer, you will get 37.95 kilojoules per mole. Here you can ask one question, that is why the equation became delta U minus delta H minus RT, because actual formula we have delta H is equal to delta U plus RT, and that is the requirement is delta U. So for the requirement we have changed that expression, that is delta U is equal to delta H minus RT. So the formula is delta H is equals to delta U plus RT is the formula for water evaporation. Okay. So our final answer for this question is 37.95 is the final answer for this question. That is approximate kilojoules per mole answer. Next question. The enthalpy change for the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 given is minus 92.38 kilojoules at 298 Kelvin told. And what is the delta E or U value at 298 Kelvin? It is very clear from our expression delta H is equals to delta U plus delta N RT. But we want delta U only, so delta U is equals to delta H minus delta N RT. But for this equation, delta N will be 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So you will substitute minus 2 in place of delta N, and delta H answer you will write it as delta H answer will be minus 92,380. Minus of minus is plus. Here you will get 2 into R value 8.314 into temperature is 298 Kelvin. And this minus 92,380 will be added to a product value here, that is 4955.1 joules per mole. This is, and upon simplification you will get an answer, that is minus 87,4 424.8 joules per mole, and it can be converted into kilojoules. The kilojoule answer will be 8 minus 87.425 approximately kilojoules per mole. So this is the answer for this question. Next question. The heat of combustion of methane at constant volume is measured in a bomb calorimeter at 298 Kelvin and is found to be this much. How much? 885389 joules per mole. Then find the value of enthalpy change. Actually, heat of combustion at constant volume is internal energy change. So, change in the internal energy delta U value given in the question is minus 885389 joules per mole. Okay. And what are the details they are given is temperature they are given, that is 298 Kelvin, that we can draw. The point is clear that from the question methane combustion, if you write the equation for combustion reaction, CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2O. In this we have methane, oxygen, CO2, these are gases, H2 is liquid. For this equation, if you find delta N answer, you will be getting 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. So here also you will get minus 2 is the delta N answer, because 1 is in the product and 3 are there in the reactant. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Come to the point here, remaining all the things we know. So we can substitute these values in the equation to find the enthalpy change. Enthalpy change equation, delta H is equals to delta U plus delta N RT, delta NG RT. So delta U value we have, that is minus 885389 joules, minus 2 into R value 8.314 into temperature 298, and this simplification answer we will be getting 4955. This is 4955.1 will be added to this 885389. I will get an answer which is close to joule per mole answer, which is close to minus 890344.1 joule per mole. Okay, and this if you convert into kilojoules, it will be minus 890.3441 kilojoules per mole you will get. So this is the answer for the value of the enthalpy change which is asked in the question, and the heat and the combustion of methane. Next question. When 1 mole of an allotropic form of a compound A, density given to us, that is 2.45 grams per centimeter cube, changes to another form B, which density is 2.81 grams per centimeter cube. So there is a allotropic modification taken place. Internal energy change given as 190 joules. Asking us to find the enthalpy change when the pressure is 1.1 bar and molecular weight of the compound is 84. First point we have to remember, what is the pressure they are given, that is 1.1 bar, that can be converted into pascals, that is 1.1 into 10 power 5 pascals. And what is the volume of the second one, final one, that is if you take VB, that is mass by density. Mass of the second one is how much? 84, okay, divided by its density is 2.81, okay, that is VB. Similarly, we can find what is VA. VA is equals to mass by its density is 2.45. Now change in the volume delta V will become VB minus VA. VB minus VA. Okay. And that you can substitute here. That is 84 is a common value. It will be 1 by 2.81 minus 1 by 2.45. Or if you open up the equation, also you will get a simplification, that is 84 into 2.45, that is 205.8, and 84 into 2.81 is 236.04. Divided the product of 2.81 and 2.45, 2.81 into 2.45. This simplification answer you will get close to minus 30.24 into 10 power minus 6 meter cube per mole. Actually it is 3.24 centimeter cube per mole came. That if you convert into meter cube per mole, then you will get 10 power minus 6 meter cube per mole. Okay. Now coming to the point, here we have discussed what is delta U. Still we have to find what is the enthalpy change. So the internal energy change given the problem, already delta U value is 190 joules is there. So using that we can find delta H. Delta H formula, delta H is equals to delta U plus P delta V. So what is delta U? Delta U value given in the problem is 190 joules plus pressure value it is 1.1 into 10 power 5 pascals, means Newton per meter square, into change in the volume. Change in the volume we have got the answer, that is minus 30.24 into 10 power minus 6. So upon simplification, this 190 will be subtracted from 190 minus, there is a subtraction is coming, 33 joule per mole. So the entire simplification of this one is 3.33, and that subtraction final answer you will get 186.67 joule per mole. So this is the enthalpy change which is required in the question. Next question. In an insulator container, 1 mole of a liquid, molar volume 100 ml is 1 bar. Molar volume is 100 ml is at 1 bar. Liquid is steeply taken to 100 bar, means 1 bar to 100 bar, when the volume decreases by 1 ml. So 100 ml became 1 ml when 1 bar of pressure became 100 bar. Then find delta H and delta U for this process they are asking in an insulator container. Keep it in mind that molar volume of the liquid at 1 bar is how much? Molar volume at 1 bar is how much? Considering this is V1, that is 100 ml. Similarly, molar volume of the liquid at 100 bar pressure is how much? Molar volume at 100 bar. If you consider this is V2, it will be 1 ml. It will be, decrease to 1 ml means 100 minus 1. 100 minus 1, that is 99 ml. Okay. Since we have change in the volumes is there, that is delta V, that will become how much is very clear. Irreversible process it is 99 minus 100. Okay, it is minus 1 ml. And now coming to the point, you can find work done here, that is W is equals to P delta V. Delta V answer it is minus 1. It is a work done by the system, reversible process, it is minus into pressure, that is 100 bar. Into minus 1. So it is 100 bar ml. Now, telling the container being isolated for insulated, the change in the energy will be 0 for insulated one. But we know delta U is equals to Q plus W is the first law of thermodynamics, where work done will become equals to this one. So therefore delta U is equals to 100 bar ml. That you can change into, that you can write as a answer for delta U. Now to find the delta H answer, you have a formula, delta H is equals to delta U plus P delta V. In that delta U answer we have 100 is there, 100 bar ml is there, and change in the pressures formula, that is P2 V2 minus P1 V1, where this 100 plus final pressure is 100 bar and volume is 99, minus initial pressure is 1 and volume is 100 ml. So 9900 minus 100 is 9800. So it is 100 plus 9800. Again you will get 9900 bar ml. So it is the answer for this question. Next question, that is 1 mole of water, specific heat given 4.184 joule per gram per Kelvin at 15 degrees Celsius, was heated by performing work to expand an ideal gas from 2 decimeter cube to 4 decimeter cube against a constant external pressure of 2.2 atmosphere, asking us to find the final temperature of the water. Here we know water means water gram molecular mass. Water's gram molecular mass is 18 grams. So here one thing is very clear for us, that is what is a specific heat given 4.184, that is a specific heat, C is equals to 4.184 joule per gram per Kelvin. But for 1 mole of this water 18 grams is there. So if you multiply this one with 18 grams, it will be 4.184 into 18. That will become joule per mole per Kelvin. And moreover, number of moles of water N is 1 mole here. They are asking us to find the final temperature of the water. Okay. Now, work done against external pressure is negative work done. So the negative work done W value is minus P external value into change in the volume. P external value given in the question is 2.2 into change in the volume. We can calculate, that is 4 decimeter cube minus 2, that is 2. And the units will be liter. This is minus 4.4 decimeter cube means liter atmospheres. Changing this one into joules, multiplying this 4.4 with 101.3, it will become joules. A product answer will come equals to 445.55 joules will come. So here we found what is work done. Since the work is used to heat 1 mole of water here, then the W will become equals to N into C into delta T. So we have work done, we have number of moles answer, we have C answer. Just we have to find delta T. Delta T is equals to W by N into C. W answer we have minus, W answer is minus so it will be 445.55 divided by 1 into C value, it is 4.184 into 18. And this simplification will be getting an answer equal to 6.05 Kelvin. Okay. And you want to find the final temperature here, then the final temperature will be nothing but temperature given in the question is 15. That will be 288 Kelvin plus this value. So what is the final temperature? That is 15 degrees given. The 15 degrees will be 288 Kelvin. 288 Kelvin plus this 6.05 Kelvin. You will get answer 294.05 Kelvin. Okay. Here W is equal to NC the delta T. In this, the W value magnitude only we are taking. Okay. So final temperature is 294.05 Kelvin. Next question. A gas expands from 3 decimeter cube to 5 decimeter cube against a constant pressure of 3 atmospheres. Here also the same thing, that is work done by system is minus P delta V. We can find the work done during the expansion of it is to 10 mole of water of temperature 290 Kelvin, and calculate the final temperature of water, specific heat of water given, like the same previous problem. First we will find the work. What is the work done? The work done here pressure is given is nothing but 3 atmospheres. So minus 3 into change in the volume. Change in the volume is nothing but 5 minus 3 is 2. So 3 atmospheres and decimeter cube. So it is liter atmosphere. So 6 liter atmospheres minus 6 liter atmospheres is the answer. Converting into joules, the 6 will be multiplied with 101.3. It will become in joules. So it answer will become 607.57 joules will come. Now, like the previous problem, the W for 10 moles of water we have to calculate. Okay, for 10 moles of water, here number of moles of water is 10 and a change in the temperature we don't know. W value we have already calculated. So what is W? That is W is equal to N into C into delta T, and delta T will become equals to W by N into C, and W value we have 607.57 by N value is 10 and C value is 4.184 into molar mass of water, and this simplification you will be getting an answer 0.81 Kelvin. And this delta T answer whatever you got is a change in the temperature. To find the final temperature, what you have to do is nothing but final temperature will be equals to temperature given in the question is 290 Kelvin plus the temperature you got change, that is 0.81. So the answer is 290.81 Kelvin is the answer for this question. Next question. Calculate the maximum work done. Calculate the maximum work done when 64 grams of oxygen gas occupying volume of 7 liters which is expanded isothermally reversibly to 14 liters. 7 liters became 14 liters. Okay. Actually, for this reversible isothermal process, work done formula is there. The maximum work done formula, that is minus 2.303 nRT into log V2 by V1. This is a base 10 logarithm only. In this, N is the number of moles. So the number of moles of oxygen first we have to calculate from the mass. Number of moles of oxygen is nothing but 64 by molar mass of oxygen is 32. It is 2 moles. And R value here, when you they've already given 1.987 calories, and that of temperature given in the question 27 degrees Celsius. That 27 degrees Celsius means 300 Kelvin. Okay. Volume. Come to the final volume. It is V2 is 14 in the question given. V1 is 7 given. So if you substitute all these values, it will be minus 2.303 into number of moles is 2 into R value is 1.987. The final answer we are going to give in calories, that's why, into temperature it is 300. V2 by V1, actually V2 by V1 is coming to log 2 only. So it is log 2. Log 2 answer is 0.3. So it is minus 2.3 not 3 into 2 into 1.987 into 300 into log 2 answer 0.3. So upon simplification, 3010 is the logarithmic answer. Upon simplification, you will get minus 826.4 calories. So the work done when 64 grams of oxygen occupying the volume of 7 liters is expanded isothermally and reversibly to 14 liters at 27 degrees Celsius is 826.4 calories. Okay. This is the answer for this question. So with this we are going to conclude our session, second session. We will meet in the next session for the continuous numbering of problems. Okay, until have a nice day. Thank you.